Leo, how are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for career, money, and life purpose from now until the end of August 2023. So in this reading, Leo, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and so much more regarding your career, money, and life purpose situation from now until the end of August. So before we begin this reading, as always, I would like to thank I was going to say I want to thank the angels. First, I got to thank you. I really do appreciate you, Leo, in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. And as always, I appreciate you tuning in. So if this resonates with you, if this reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already, Leo, for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here. But without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy for you, and we'll see what's going on with career, money, and life purpose from now through the end of August 2023, Leo. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Leo. So what we got going on here for you, Leo. Okay, Leo, before we get into the tarot, let's start this reading off with some pre-shuffled custom oracle cards. And these are going to be the energies that you are meant to embody that will get you ahead in your career, money, and life purpose from now until the end of August. So what energy will get you ahead, actually? And the first law is actually interesting. Law 36, disdain the things you cannot have. And this really, the concept of this is basically ignoring them is the best revenge. So disdain the things you cannot have. Well, in some sort of way in your life from now till the end of August, there could be something that you know that you don't have the capability to do it, or this could have to do with a person, this could have to do with a coworker, a business, something that you want. Disdain the things that you cannot have. So this really talks about in a strategic sense for your money, career, and life purpose. There's something about you completely walking away from something that maybe you once wanted, but you know for some reason you cannot have it. So the best idea for you is to completely block it out and disdain it rather than keeping it as a possibility in your mind. So for some of you, this is some sort of, I'm getting that this is some sort of thing. For a lot of you, you wanted to go into business with certain people, or you wanted to do some sort of work that for some reason there's a gate that has closed off. So you're being called to disdain the things that you cannot have in some sort of larger way. Now, this also could be definitely in an interpersonal sense. So disdain the things that you cannot have. The way that this is going to manifest for many of you is you brought up to your boss or you brought up to your client, whatever you do for work, money, life, purpose. There was something like you brought up, hey, like just an example, because it will manifest in some sort of way with you. Hey, I wanted to get a promotion and your boss said no. They just said no. And the best thing that you could do, at least from now until the end of August, is to actually disdain it and be like, you know what, I couldn't get that promotion, the door's closed, I couldn't do that with these people. Let's disdain it, let's ignore it. Who cares? Like, let's completely let it go. Because when you completely disdain something, the idea is that the door will actually reopen. So like, let's say, for example, that, because this can apply to money, career, and life purpose, like you were, let's say you were dating, or like you wanted to date someone, and they were always rejecting you. The idea then is to not keep pursuing them. The idea is to then turn the other cheek and be like, okay, this person doesn't want me. Okay, like let's completely ice them out. And when you literally completely ice them out energetically, they'll actually be more likely to be like, why are they not pursuing anymore? So there's something about that. Disdain the things you cannot have, ignoring them is the best revenge. So in some sort of way you're meant to do that because it will actually benefit you in some way in career, money, and life purpose. So you have to be smart enough to know what that is. You know, there could be some of you wanted to used to be like an athlete, but now you're getting older, and that there's something about a door that was once open is now closing. And instead of wasting your emotional capital, mental capital about dreaming about what could have been, you need to move on to the next thing, you know. There was like a long period of my time I even wanted to be like a professional surfer, but I live in New York. There's not really the best waves. I never had a lot of money to like travel anywhere. So in my heart of hearts, it's like, we're going to have to close that door. Just surf for fun. Don't think that you're going to be the best of the world in it, all right? So disdain the things you cannot have in some sort of way. It's going to have to do with interpersonal sense. Just be careful with how you use the energy. But the next thing that you have is actually court attention at all costs. So this is actually a wild card here. Court attention at all costs. This energy says that Leo, the person who desires attention, money, success in life purpose, you know, career advancement, more money, the worst fate in the world for a woman or a man who desires that is to be ignored. And so the idea here of court attention at cost is basically any press is good press. Hate is a good thing because it's better than people ignoring you. Like, there's nothing worse than, like, let's say someone's starting a YouTube channel and no one pays attention. Maybe the reason that no one is paying attention because you're not really courting attention in the most beneficial way that you could. And this just has to do with your career. I feel like a lot of you are playing it safe. You're not really letting that Leo out. And the idea here is to actually court hate. Any press is good press from now until the end of August from a certain perspective. Well, if you want advancement with career, life purpose, and money, that's different than wanting inner happiness and peace and meditative bliss. So the idea is that in some sort of way from now to the end of August, you're going to really want to be controversial. You want me to tell you a secret, Leo? People think that that when you build a career, when you're going after life purpose, when you're going after more money, when you're going after your life purpose, when you're going after a career that you really desire, people make the mistake of thinking that your image should somehow not be controversial. Nothing could be further than the truth. The only thing that really gets you, the only way to avoid being ignored and just people just tossing you to the side is to create controversy, court scandal. It's good. Like anyone, like, put me in a magazine, say this guy is so horrible, the autistic mystic is so horrible. I don't care. Do it. It's good. More attention. Fine. Because at the end of the day, it's just an energy. So some of you really are in this position that you don't want to look bad for yourself or for other people, but you're going to have to change that. The number one thing that changed my energy on YouTube and even in other areas that I do in money and business is letting go of the feeling of I don't want to look bad to myself or I don't want to look bad to other people. Now I'm just being myself, and that happens to court a lot of attention because I'm just being real. So in some sort of way, I'm not getting that you have to put on some sort of act. I'm actually getting that you just need to be real, and you have to drop the thing of like, I don't want to look bad. You know, like, what if this is too extreme? And, you know, Leo loves a good drama. You love a good, you love a good, you know, drama show. So this really shouldn't be a problem for you, but you're going to have to be brave, because the one thing about Leo is many times Leo doesn't want to look bad, or Leo doesn't want to fail in front of other people. But even though deep down you have that pride, you have the strength that it really doesn't matter, you just have to get over that hump. So court attention at all costs. Don't be afraid to create some sort of controversial image, because people that think, my image must be spotless, you know, good luck with getting attention with that nowadays. Like, for real. Good luck, brother. You know, because, I don't know. Now, the last one you have is Law 4, always say less than necessary. And, these actually seem like they would be two contradictory energies. So for some of you, what I'm getting is you have to choose one. Either court attention at all costs or always say less than necessary and be kind of vague. But for many of you, for all of you, you're actually meant to combine this for most of you. And the idea behind always saying less than necessary, in some sort of way, there's going to be a new opportunity for you to make more money in your career. And the idea here is that the more you say, the more likely you are to say something very stupid that will make you miss an opportunity. So always say less than necessary. This could have to do with something with your money, career, or life purpose, where you need to court attention at all costs. You need to create some sort of like a very like almost controversial, like very like dramatic image, but then you have to always say less than necessary. So like don't overdo it is what I'm getting. That's why in life it's about always say less than necessary is about creating negative space. Negative space. Like if I'm like, let's say that me and you are in like a fist fight, like I'm worried about the negative space that's in between us. So like creating traps for people by saying less. Some of you are viewing this as highly manipulative, but I really don't care because all the spirit, the human ego will manifest itself no matter what. People in spiritual communities who like look at some of these laws of power and say like, wow, the autistic mystic, I can't believe that he would put, there's going to be a percentage of people that will be like, I thought he was such a good guy, I can't believe that he's using these laws. But what I would say to you is this, the human ego is going to manifest itself in some sort of way. And a lot of times, like the most spiritual people who are above all this stuff that I'm telling you in this reading, I'm above business, making money and my legacy. It will all come to me like just naturally. The human ego will manifest itself through spiritual people just as nastily, except they're going to use universal principles to justify unconscious behavior. So I don't know why I felt called to say that, always say less than necessary. So there's something about keeping your mouth shut, but at the same time you do have to court attention. So maybe this is about being more like visually appealing is what I'm getting, but then being quiet. So this could look like you change your image, but then you don't say as much. So it's a very interesting, please take it as it resonates and don't feel pressured to apply this if you really are not feeling it. You're meant to only apply what resonates with you because you're a Leo, but you all have other placements. So these are general readings, right? So, all right. Now when it comes to your opportunity, you have the Emperor here. The Emperor here is about taking control of your money, your career, and your finances. There's something that you're really meant to take life into your own hands here and really be a leader here. Now, some of you may be connecting with someone who's really going to help you, who is a very powerful individual. Some of you could be connecting with an Aries here, Leo, now until the end of August that will help you with their career. I'm an Aries, so maybe this is part of it, but your opportunity is the Emperor. And this is really about getting serious. And when I look at your overall general energy and the energy that I've been trying to tell you is there's something about you not taking things seriously. I read the comments and I know people, like there's a lot of Leos who watch me, they're like very introverted and they're like, well, autistic mystic, I don't really have a lot of friends, like I don't, but it's like you could be sitting alone in your apartment and still not taking things seriously. So all I'm saying is you need to start taking something very seriously here. Because the energy that you put in is the energy that you get out. And if you're not taking something seriously, how is the universe supposed to take you seriously? Like, if you don't even believe in yourself, how are you going to expect other people to believe in you? And I actually don't feel that you don't believe in yourself. I just feel that we're going to have to see, Leo. Okay, but the Emperor is your opportunity. So being masculine or working with someone who's very masculine here, okay, I do feel that the only thing that's going to get you in trouble is actually like overemphasizing some sort of feminine energy. Even if you're a woman, it doesn't matter. I'll be very careful when it comes to your money, finance, and career to overemphasize the feminine, but because it won't get you really ahead, which can cause problems, So it's like, this is not black and white. I'm not like preaching to you as if everything I'm saying is a law, you know what I mean? Like you have to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Because there's always a trade-off, right? If you're killing it in your career, your emotional life, feminine side might suffer. But your challenge is the Hanged Man, Leo. And your challenge is to really see something from a different perspective, or to surrender from something. I'm getting that this is something you need to see from a different perspective. This is your challenge. It's like a moment of awakening. It's like almost like this person is like, oh my God, I can't believe that I had this realization. So I feel like the universe is trying to tell you something, And I'm getting that it's trying to tell you something that I'm not even picking up on, so don't think you're like missing it based on what I'm saying or not saying. It, like, the universe is saying to you something individual, like Leo, 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 pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. And for some reason there's a challenge for you to pay attention. And for some of you, this may actually have to do with just escapism and just wanting to have too much fun and not taking money, career, and seriously. Like, I'll show you in a minute why that's happening, but the biggest life-changing concept for me is the Emperor is all about passion as well, from a certain perspective. And the biggest thing that changed my life is not just like, I had a mentor once and he's like, hey, Austin, you don't just need to be if you want to make it to where I am, he was telling me, like, you don't just need to be passionate. What you need to do is you need to be passionate about being passionate. For some of you, that sounds like complete word salad, but if you can let the vibrational thing sit in, it's life-changing. Don't just be passionate. Become passionate about being passionate. The reason why I'm saying that is because I just sense like there's a lack of passion here, and there's attachment to a lot of old things that really you're struggling to let go of the old, and this came out in your last reading for the rest of July anyway. In your overall general energy here, you have the Three of Cups in reverse, you have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and you also have the Six of Cups upright when it comes to your overall general energy, when it comes to your career, money, and life purpose. So with this being here, you know, this could be working with the wrong people, hanging around the wrong people. You know, like in the beginning of my career, I would do tarot readings, I would like upload things on YouTube, and then I would go hang out with my friends. Or if you don't have friends in person, because a lot of you Leos are introverted like me, then it's not that I don't have friends, but you know what I'm saying. Then this could just be like the people that you allow into your head, or some sort of like reality TV show you're watching. I just get like, honestly, I'm just getting like an energy of like something is stressing you out, and so you go into escapism. The Eight of Cups in reverse is the inability to walk away from something that you know you should, and because the Three of Cups has to do with other people, so maybe this is you like learning from the wrong people, but for many of you it has to do with your past. So I just get that you need to take your, like, what you put out is what you get back. If you take your career, money, and finance seriously, then you'll get a serious outcome. If you try something for one day, it's not really going to do anything. You know, it's like, I just get this feeling of like whatever change you are attempting to, or you are making in your career, finance, and life purpose, it's almost like the feeling that I get here is almost a lack of determination. And the reason why I'm pissed off at you right now, Leo, is because like what's coming through is like court attention at all costs and disdain the things you cannot have. Like the harsh truth about this reading is like you can't have your old patterns and the success with money, career, and life purpose. You just can't have, so you're meant to disdain something that it can no longer be in your life. And for many of you, it does have to do with some sort of friend group or some sort of thing that you're doing to escapism. You know, the Three of Cups upright has to do with a celebration. You know, drinking to celebrate. You know, maybe you're at a wedding, it's very ceremonial. It's like, yeah, well, the autistic mystic, will I drink if I go to your wedding? Probably, but like it's like once a year. Instead, you have it in reverse, which is telling me that there's some sort of like, just a lack of determination here. And for those of you that are saying, bro, no, like, I'm determined. Okay, you're determined maybe like 8 hours a day, but it needs to be, this is like life or death. Like, you need, like, I'm telling you, the reason why I've made it to where I am is because I'm absolutely obsessed. I can't stop thinking about spirituality. I don't have the off button. I can't turn it off. Like, the way you see me in these readings is the way I am every single second of every single day. And that's why I'm successful. And for you, maybe you don't have to do that forever, but a period of time of complete obsession. Deep work. Because I just see something getting you out of the flow state. Maybe you have ideas flowing and then it, you know, old patterns or like someone from your past as well. This could be your family or whoever it is. Like, I just see an inability to let go of the past. It's really holding you back from now to the end of August. And listen, I understand. It's Leo season now. It's your birthday. You want to go out. You want to have fun. You want to, you know, from a certain perspective, it's like, why should I just like sacrifice, you know, my life for like this career, this money, this thing where it's my birthday month? I just want to have fun. And like from a certain perspective, I understand that. But it's like, from a certain perspective, it's like, let up the suicide doors. This is my life, homie. You decide yours. And I'm not even saying I have a car with suicide door. Like the doors that open up are all I don't even have that. But what I'm telling you is like there's levels to everything. And I just feel like it's just really going to be easy for you to write it off. I just get that. I just get it's really, whatever you have going on, maybe it's just like I can make more money or completely shifting your career. It's really just going to be easy for you to be like, yeah, but I don't have to. And like, you don't have to. I'm not even getting any like sketchy energy where, you know, in this reading, there's nothing about like, Leo, you better do this or you're going to miss your whole destiny. I'm not getting that at all. This is free will. You can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to help you advance, you know. So, but then when it comes to what you don't see coming, there is going to be some sort of moment of realization that completely shifts you into doing something new, and it's going to happen very fast. There is something about the 8 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse. The old things that you used to do to escape your money, career, and life purpose situation will no longer, the coping mechanisms will no longer work. So instead of going out, maybe just turning on reality TV or going out with your friends and, you know, it's just not going to make you feel as good as it used to. But when it comes to what you don't see coming, oh my God, you have the 8 of Wands, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and you also have the Ace of Cups. There's going to be a renewed speed and enthusiasm when it comes to what you have going on in career. Many of you, you will receive some sort of love offer that will help you with your career. I'm getting that very strongly. If you're a single Leo out there, the Emperor here in your opportunity could be connecting with someone who is in a position of power that maybe they have a lot of resources that can help you, they can teach you something, or they just have a lot of money, or maybe you just don't have to work if you're with them, or, you know, for a period of time or something like that. I just get you, because this isn't what you don't see coming. So on the surface level, as you're listening to this, many of you feel like you're just in like some sort of like, I just get like lost in, you know, like some sort of storm, but that is going to change. So you need to be, that's why the opportunity is the Emperor. Like, even though you don't see how it's going to change, you must prepare for the opportunity. You know, that's what I'm getting from this. When it comes to your advice from Spirit, you have the 5 of Wands, you have the 7 of Pentacles, and you also have the 9 of Pentacles here. I'm just getting a really clear message that there are people out there that are way less talented at you than what you want to do at. Like, let's say that you're a Leo and you want to be like, you know, an actor, a financial, whatever you want to do, whatever game you want to insert yourself into. The message here from Spirit, Leo, is that there are people out there that are less talented than you, but they just simply just like put in the work. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. Now from another, so just if you let that sink in, be like, damn, like that hurts, you know what I mean? Like the message is coming through is like, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And it's interesting because I had a completely opposite message for Aries, but for you it's like this. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I feel like many of you are talented, you're just not really taking it seriously. And even if you're taking it seriously, you're not taking it serious enough to the level that you truly desire to go to. You got to make sacrifices. I done gave up so much free time knowing time ain't free. After I sacrificed it. So, with this being here, really focusing on your own financial independence is your advice. For those of you who have a pile of money saved up, how am I going to invest this to become more financially free? Now, in your advice as well, you do have this 5 of Wands here, and this has to do with competition or training yourself. I do feel for many of you, this 5 of Wands in your advice is tied up to this friend group who maybe they don't believe in your vision, or maybe this is coworkers that you want to leave. Some sort of past thing with people, emotional connections with the past, you're really meant to leave behind, because there is this thing about people holding you back very bigly. So I don't know, I hope this is helping, but let's go into the clarification portion of this reading. I do want to clarify, first of all, why is the 3 of Cups in reverse in your overall general energy? Because it's standing out to me, and it's like an inability to walk away from it. You know, so let's see. Three of Cups in your overall general energy is in reverse. Is clarified by the 10 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and also the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're meant to break free from some sort of long-term vision that people are going to be... It's either you're going to be shook on it or other people. The 3 of Cups is clarified by this. You see how the Ace of Pentacles is going in a different direction? This is a new beginning when it comes to money, life, purpose, and career. The 7 of Swords is sneaking away back into this happily ever after vision. And I do feel that... I don't know why I'm getting this now. It's like almost the vision of your life that you were sold on or that you thought would make you happy is no longer making you happy. You're meant to move in a different financial direction, but there's all this sketchy energy around it. So I'm just getting, I understand that many of you were like, Mystic, like I don't have anyone around me. Like I don't even have a family. I'm a Leo, but I don't have friends. I don't have a family. And just think about how this could energetically manifest then. But there's something about like a false vision that you can't move away from it. For most of you, I feel like this has to do with other people. For those of you introverts that don't really have anyone around you, then it's just your own, something about violating your own ideals. And now this is coming back into play to stay in the things that you cannot have, you know? And there's something about, once again, making a sacrifice, you know, maybe making an emotional sacrifice here, you know? Like, do you think that when I started doing all this when I was like 19 years old, when I was in college, I did not party ever. Did I want to? Probably, yeah. I didn't. I made sacrifices. All I did was study spirituality. Do you think that felt like I was on the way to this? No. It felt horrible. So there's something around that. Like there's just something around this new beginning, because you have the Ace of Cups, now you have the Ace of Pentacles. There's clearly a new beginning that's meant to happen here. I'm just trying to translate it, you know, so you can help yourself out by just using your intuition as well. Let's clarify why the Emperor is here in your opportunity, Leo. Why is the Emperor here in your opportunity? The Emperor in your opportunity is clarified by the Fool, the Page of Swords, and also the Hermit when it comes to your opportunity. So, yeah, this is you really thinking deeply about the next move that you're going to make, questioning this new decision, this new area that you're going to dive into, because there's clearly a new beginning with the Fool here. The Page of Swords has to do with getting information, questioning things, and the Hermit has to do with deep contemplation. The Hermit and the Page of Swords actually complement each other very well. The Page of Swords is about getting information in a strategic, intellectual way. The Hermit is getting information in more of a spiritual way. And I do feel like you're going to be hit with all these downloads from now until the end of August about the new move that you're going to make here. Many of you could be, whoever this Emperor is, someone in your life is going to be making you think very deeply about your career, a new connection that you're going to make with some sort of powerful person in their own right. So I would, you know, there's definitely something here going on, Leo. You know what, but I do feel that I've honestly said what I needed to say to you, because if I keep going, I can keep going, but it's like, I think I've said what I needed to say. So with that being said, I really hope this helped you with your career, finance, and life purpose, and let me know what you think about these readings. But with that being said, I'll talk to you next week, and I love you, Leo.